What's good, YouTube? Funny. If you guys are new,
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
What the fuck is up, you motherfuckers?
Public Yemeni #1.
What's up, motherfuckers? Can you hear me? 'Cause I can't hear me. Because speaking of technical difficulties, fucking American Airlines lost my baggage. And I still haven't gotten it back. And some of my cables are not here. So I can't use my microphones. But I figured out a workaround. I have a wireless mic on me. I hope it sounds good. It's weird because I don't have my monitors. I can't listen to my actual voice. So it's weird. Usually I can actually hear my voice as I'm talking to you guys. But I don't have that luxury right now, bro. What is up? No, we cannot hear you like you can't hear yourself. Wait a minute. You guys can't hear me? No, we can. Not. Guys, stop fucking with me, man. Jason is saying he cannot hear me. Bolty is saying, yes, I can hear you. Tracy says, hey. So, I don't know, guys. Okay, yeah, you got me confused for a second, man. I don't know what the hell Tracy's saying. Anyways, so yeah, man, American Airlines, what in the fuck, dude? I never thought that, you know what, guys? Hold on a second. I'm wireless, so now you can hear me when I'm walking away, right? You can hear me opening up my stupid refrigerator. There's nothing but fucking steak and Bang energy drinks in here. And feta cheese. And sugar-free jelly like I think I'm a fucking diabetic or some shit. Anyways. All right. Here we are, motherfuckers. Motherfucker, bro. I can't believe, like, I fly Spirit Airlines, and people, all they do is they rip on Spirit Airlines. Spirit Airlines is a fucking shitty airline. It's a fucking this, it's a that. Oh, they charge for fees and this, that, and the other thing. I never have a problem with Spirit Airlines. As a matter of fact, I have a Spirit Airlines credit card. Motherfucker, I'm a gold member on Spirit. I don't need to fly airlines like Delta that charged me double the price to go to Detroit. So what? So I can fucking recline my chair 2 inches? Seriously? I don't need to recline my chair 2 inches, motherfucker. I do yoga. I'm limber. And not only that, I was a Marine and I could sleep in a fucking moving, light armored vehicle bouncing up and down the shifted desert using my fucking toolbox and an M16 as a fucking pillow. So no, I don't need to recline my seat 2 inches and pay $300 extra round trip for that. So I fly Spirit. And I don't even know why people have a problem with Spirit, because Spirit to me is the shit. Something about Spirit, man. My ex-girlfriend's mom worked for Delta. She said that people at Spirit get paid really well and they get good benefits. And something about that company, they treat their employees really well. Every time I'm at Spirit, man, the people are nice as fuck. I hear other people talking shit. I don't think that's true. I think people are just talking shit because it's cool to talk shit about Spirit. Spirit is the fucking shit as far as I'm concerned. I don't give a fuck what you say. Kiss my ass. Now I'm flying American Airlines. And the only reason I flew American Airlines is because I had to do college auditions out in Pennsylvania, which is great because it looks like I booked some college gigs. They pay real good money. But I had to fly to Hershey, Pennsylvania, which is out in butt-fuck nowhere, you know? And I had to fly American Airlines because I couldn't fly Spirit out there. Bro. Both times I flew American Airlines this month. Fucking nightmare, bro. We was at the airport, delayed for 8 hours. Why? Because American Airlines told our pilot before our flight, had him fly to another airport to pick up an airplane that just got fixed so they could fly that fixed airplane back to the airport that we're at, and then he would get out and then go on to our plane and then fly us 45 minutes from fucking Philly to Hershey, Pennsylvania. I could have fucking drove there, bro. 8 hours we were delayed because that captain got sent out to that plane and that plane broke down and they had to fix it. It took 8 hours to fix that part. We had to wait till like 1 in the morning for that motherfucker to show up. We was in the airport for so long, bro. I made friends with Trump supporters. Just hanging out with Trump supporters, bro. Telling them gay marriage is great. Not convincing them at all. Like this guy named, his name was Rick. He was in the Navy. This is what I love about this country, man. You know, when you turn off the fucking news and you actually go out to meet people, those people that you think are your enemies, whether they're, the liberals or, the conservatives or, whatever, bro. 9 times out of 10, you'll fucking meet those people in person and you'll have a great experience, you know? They're just normal people. So I met this guy, his name was Rick, at the airport. Delayed like a motherfucker. Turns out he was Navy. We started talking about my service being in the Marines. Of course, right away, because we're veterans, we bond on that. And yeah, the guy's a Trump supporter. You know, we even got into a discussion about gays, right? He said something to the effect of like, he was talking about how liberals are pushing a gay agenda in public schools and how he thought that was wrong. And, you know, I was on the side of, yeah, I think it's wrong to be pushing that stuff in public schools. But he was also thinking it was wrong because of the gay thing in general, because once the gays do this, that's when everything falls apart. So, you know, I'm talking to a guy who obviously is on the other side of the fence when we look at the world, especially with gay people. You know, I'm like, I just want everyone to be happy, man. I just want everyone to get theirs. I don't care if you're trans. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit in the spirit of love, right? Meaning, I don't give a shit to ruin your fucking day because you're trans. I'm not, you know what I mean? I don't give a shit to try to ruin your life because you're gay. I don't give a shit. But also, I think me hanging out with this guy, it just again solidified this this idea of like, we need to go back to the days of us not being surprised when someone doesn't think like us. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I approached it. I have friends that are Trump supporters. I have friends that are conservative and are for gay marriage. I have friends that are conservative and they're against gay marriage. And I don't let that be the thing that defines whether I can stomach being around these people or not. And because our views are our views. If you take enough psychedelics, you start to realize, what the fuck is real? What is real? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is funny? Like, what is, like, just because you interface with the world one way doesn't mean anybody else has to interface it the same way. And, you know, I just treated him like I treat, like, snow in Michigan. Like, if it snows in Michigan, I'm not one of those people to be like, oh, my God, can you believe we got 10 inches of snow in December? Like, Bitch, we're in Michigan. Let's shut the fuck up. So this guy, how nice is he, man? We bonded, though. You know what I mean? We didn't agree on a few things, but we enjoyed this camaraderie amongst Americans to be able to bat around our opposing views in a very cordial and great way, man. It was great. Like, it brought me back to, like, being in the military. How, like, I was, like, forced to be around people, all walks of life. And those people with me, you know? Like the guy Hatfield in my boot camp who was in the KKK, and his whole family was in the KKK. And then, you know, this guy, you know, graduated boot camp, and all of a sudden, he tells me he's going to tell his parents he met the coolest Arab. And I was like, don't do that. You're a fucking idiot, bro. They didn't change like you changed. You know? But it was great. And not only that, how cool is this? The guy literally says, hey, man, if this plane gets canceled, my son is on standby in Hershey. It's about an hour and a half, 2-hour drive up here. He's going to come here, and we'll just drive, and I'll drive you down there so you don't have to spend the night, so you can make your audition. How cool is that? Turns out the pilot ends up showing up really late at fucking night. And then we flew to fucking Hershey, Pennsylvania. And because the hotel that I was at is literally on his way, the guy gave me a ride. And how cool was that? He was even willing to give me a ride all the way down from Philly to Hershey if our flight got canceled. Because if the flight got canceled, then I'm fucking donezo. The $2,500 that I invested to audition for these colleges to make more money in the future goes down the drain because I got to perform at 12 in the afternoon the next morning, the next day. So, I don't know. I thought it was cool. But delayed 8 hours. And then what else? These motherfuckers, they lost my goddamn baggage while I was delayed again on the way back here this fucking weekend. And now I'm fucking pissed, dude. They better credit me for that shit. I couldn't believe it, man. And then everyone I talked to that was there, they were just like, yeah, American Airlines is falling apart all of a sudden. And apparently, the only 2 times I flew with them this year, both times, fucking disaster, bro. Disaster. Then I went to that one airport in Philly. Fuck, I should have queued up that video. That was a fucking goddamn flood, bro. There was a waterfall in Philly. Like, the water was just coming from the top, and then I was wading through water in the airport like we're in the fucking Philippines. All right, what are you guys fucking saying here? Tracy says, what exactly is this gay agenda people are so scared of? Like, do they think guys are coming to their house to rearrange their furniture and toss their junk food? Are you serious? Tracy, that's a service I want. Like, I had a cleaning guy that's been my cleaning guy forever, but then he raised his prices, and then I ended up having to find another. But he's this, like, gay Mexican guy named Victor. He's also on TikTok now. The guy was the best, man. He was so best, man. He always put little gay touches in my apartment. Like, every time he'd come clean it, he'd arrange something that would make me look at it and go, yeah, that's exactly how I should arrange things. Like, it was so cute. So going off what you say, man, if the gay agenda is that, I'm for it, man. I do need somebody to come in here and be like, hey, man, no more Bang energy drinks, you fucking idiot. You're an Arab. You can't be having Bang. You try to fucking, it's like a fucking double entendre, bro. Middle Eastern guy drinks Bang. Bang energy drink. This ISIS podcast was brought to you by Bang. Get your energy with a bang. No crashing. Unless it's an airplane. Yeah, Tracy, for real. What is this gay agenda? I think, you know, the thing that he was trying to say was, and if anybody wants to call it, anybody listening in, I know some of you guys are on Facebook or whatever. Y'all want to call in and talk some stuff, let's do it. That would be a bad day for them. I don't have shit to rearrange or throw out, says Jason. Maybe I'd get a new kitchen out of it. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, and anybody listening to this podcast on audio, and jump on the live podcast, because you know, I'll be taking your questions. People be live in the chats. We go live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. permitting. Sometimes I have schedule conflicts, but then I always try to make up for it. And then you can get your audio podcast anywhere. Look at me without my beard, man. How do you guys like this look? Do you think this is a good look? This like a Yemeni Jason Statham look that I got going on right now. I kind of miss my beard. I feel naked without it. You know, but at the same time, I kind of like the fact that I can see my neck. Because for so long, I thought I didn't have a neck. And, you know, I don't know. Please, I should probably find a way to get like some type of polling over here. Like some type of like, hey, you like this beard or not? Let's watch some videos real quick. Some things that I kind of want to talk about. Right now, we are living in an era where I got to take jujitsu now to do stand-up. Because people are just straight the fuck up. They're just straight up losing their minds. Like Will Smith slapping Chris Rock in the fucking face is it's giving the green light to every crazy motherfucker out there to go right ahead and just, like last night we had somebody. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can get Saad to call in really quick and talk about that, because it was a very interesting situation. Some guy got up and heckled my friend Saad at last night's show in Venice, and a bunch of comedians were on standby ready to jump this dude. But I'd love to get Saad on the thing. Let me see. Hey man, are you able to call the podcast now? Because I would like to talk about the incident last night live. If you can, call 313-915-4933. So yeah, and you know, let me cue some videos. Hold on, let me text me before you do it. So I want to just, I don't know if you saw this video of Chris Rock's little brother, Tony Rock, who is a fucking hilarious comedian. You should definitely see this motherfucker live. If you love Chris Rock, you'll love Tony Rock. Tony Rock is like a more like scenic version of like Chris Rock. He's fucking goofy, but this video here is worth watching. Let's check it out.
Let's set some ground rules right now, y'all. Let's set some ground rules. If I say anything tonight, anybody got a fucking problem with? You got one motherfucking option what you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because if you think you're gonna walk up on this stage, this ain't the motherfucking Oscars. And if you walk your ass up here, you ain't nominated for shit but these motherfucking hands. Oh, we on Pac the rest of the year, nigga. Every time you see me do a show, Pac. I ain't want to start the show like that. You gonna hit my motherfucking brother? Cause your bitch gave you a side eye?
Damn. Damn.
Oh, it's a lot of Rock Brothers. Y'all ain't know it's a lot of Rock Brothers. It's 10 of us, motherfucker. You about to see all the Rock Brothers. You gonna be like, I ain't even know that nigga was a Rock Brother. That nigga a Rock Brother? That's a Rock Brother? I ain't gonna start the show like that, but I just wanna let y'all know. That shit ain't gonna ride. That shit ain't gonna ride, nigga. I don't got a lot of shit to lose, nigga. Some more gonna have me on the tour regardless. Y'all might never see me on TV again, but... Now, with that said, Riley, how y'all doing?
Yeah. What you guys think of that shit? I really think that's where we're at right now. We're at this point where it's time to start punching for jokes, man. There's gonna be a punchline, and then there's going to be a straight up punch to the fucking face. I mean, I'm seriously thinking about taking jujitsu, man. Still can't get a gun in California. They think I'm a terrorist or some shit. That was one hell of an intro. Yeah, that definitely was, Jason. One hell of an intro. I don't know why, but like when it comes to stand-up right now, I kind of feel like there needs to be a disclaimer at the top of the show. Like I need to come up with some type of a disclaimer. Specifically for like white people, white woke people, audiences right now is my kryptonite. It is like the hardest thing. All of a sudden after the pandemic, man, white woke liberal crowds have been the hardest crowds to get big cracking laughs from, especially from jokes that kind of push the envelope of what can and cannot be said. And that's the cornerstone of comedy, if you ask me. But there's certain topics now where if you're in front of a white woke crowd, certain topics instantly get them to just pull back, you know? Like the show that I did last night, which was fucking great, fun show. But the crowd is, you know, very liberal, you know, and like LA now, the climate has changed so much in terms of like, everyone has to show face that they're a good person. And another way to show face that you're a good person is to not laugh at offensive jokes. It's funny, after the pandemic, man, certain white woke crowds are really, really fucking scared, man. They're scared to laugh at certain jokes. So I did a joke last night, a bombing Yemen joke, which has, to me, a hilarious fucking punchline. But it's dark, right? And the table that laughed the hardest was a table full of Yemenis. It's always the case, man. You do a joke about black people that is funny, and then all of a sudden, the white people have to make sure that the black people are laughing at that joke. The only problem in this venue last night is no one knew that that table was Yemenis, because Yemenis look like fucking Mexicans, bro. I couldn't win with that joke in that room. It's a damn good fucking joke, too. You know? It's a joke where I get to get across, you know, how fucked up it is over there. You know, and then also at the same time, get a good fucking hilarious punchline out of it. I do it anywhere else, no problem. I do it here in LA, and everyone's like, it's like garlic to fucking vampires. They're like, no, why did you make me feel weird? So fucking gross, man. It's so gross. Yes, that's exactly what technically Tracy just said. So virtue signaling, gross. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Even the Yemenis that I met, which was so cool that they came to the show, man. You know what I'm saying? And like, even those guys, like, they were like, what the fuck? That joke was so fucking funny. And the one guy who's been living here for a while, his name is Sufyan. He's a film director. He nailed it because he's been living out here. I go, and I was voicing my frustration about not being able to actually get that joke to crack in that room. And he goes, well, Mike, they were laughing. Everyone in this room enjoyed that joke. They enjoyed it quietly because they have to show face, is what he said. He fucking nailed it. He fucking nailed it. He's like, no, man. He goes, people in here really enjoyed it, man. He goes, I just think they have to sort of show face in terms of like, and that's exactly what it is. What did I say last night? I was like, oh, liberals now have, they got to put on their laugh burkas. You know? Shame on you to show your face laughing at that pedophile joke. How dare you? Cover your face up. Cover it up. Back to the kitchen. Go make babies. Do you think it's context, delivery, or the inability to relate? You know what? Here's the thing. I like the fact that you said, is it a delivery? I think it's a mixture of, like, when it comes to comedy, a lot of it is in the setup, right? And my setup for this joke is great. I mean, I think it's concise. I cut out all the fat. I get to it as soon as possible. I get the point across. And I do it in other places and it works. But some people are still kind of too scared because I think people still feel guilty of being reminded that, yeah, dude, your tax dollars are helping to bomb Yemen. You know? It's much easier for woke white liberals to stick up for Ukraine. That's a safe bet. That's an easy thing to champion because all you have to be is against Russia. So like in the political atmosphere, the political terrain, rather, of the American political terrain in today's climate, flexing on Ukraine, simple. It doesn't come with a lot of political shaming baggage, so to speak. So like one thing that I say recently, jokingly, was, you know, white people right now being very vocal about Ukraine, that's basically just white people that have been for so long wanted to say something about Palestine but couldn't because you might come off as anti-Semitic, and now they're getting it all out on this Ukraine thing. Oh God, now I can like really fucking, whoo, you know what I'm saying? I can like get my reps in. Woo, yeah, this is fucked up, messed up, man. Yeah, fuck Russia. Yeah, fuck Russia again. Look at these videos of these hot Ukrainian people getting blasted. Bad, man, they look like me. Man, this is messed up. Where were you for Kashmir, motherfucker? You know what I mean? It's not in our news cycle. And like I said before, some of y'all think Kashmir is a sweater. So yeah, I think part of it is the topic is a little too harsh for people to like digest. You know, people would rather not talk about something that we're directly involved with. They'd much rather talk about a topic that is safer and doesn't come with a lot of hit points against your image amongst the people in your echo chamber. But at the same time, I also think like delivery and setup is everything. And I'm starting to find out that I have to write two separate setups or approaches to these jokes now. It seems like now I can write my joke the way I know it's going to be funny and just do that everywhere else. And then for woke white liberal crowds, it seems like I need to, it's a sad thing to say, but I gotta grab their hand and walk them through the joke. And like walk them through the joke with this, it's okay guys, it's just a haunted house. these people are not real. These are not real boogeymen. That's not a real monster. Come on, guys. All right. Joke. Ha, ha, ha. Safe. See. You got the idea. Yeah. But it's okay. All right. Come on, guys. We're going to go to... Okay. There's going to be something... Okay. But it's okay, though. You're not racist. I'm just going to let you know you're not racist. Okay. Do you believe me when I tell you you're not racist? White person? Okay. You're not racist. You shouldn't feel guilty about all these fucked up white people that did shit in the past. Kind of like, I don't feel guilty for 9/11. Why would I feel guilty for 9/11? Just because someone who looks like my dad did 9/11? No, that's not cool. So, just want to let you know, we're about to do this next joke, but you're not a racist, okay? Say it with me. You're not a racist. All right, cool. Let's do this joke about how white people are racists. That's what it seems like we have to do right now. So, yeah. Yeah. Man, I went off for a little bit. What the fuck? Y'all motherfuckers have been really active in the chats. What if a white person yelled, drop bacon, not bombs? Yeah, speaking of, that's one of my t-shirts, guys. Go to MikeFromDetroit.com/shop. That's what it is. /shop. And I got Drop Bacon Not Bombs t-shirts that I will probably have to buy new t-shirts because American Airlines lost my shirts, man. Fuck, bro. I hope I get my shit back. Do you think it's context, delivery, or the inability to relate? So, yeah, I think I kind of answered that. I think that it's also partially delivery. I think I have to, it's really funny. Like, all of a sudden, we're in a parallel universe where conservatives are the best comedy audiences. It used to not be like that. It used to be conservatives were not good comedy audiences. It was conservatives that were getting offended at jokes and calling the cops at Arabs telling jokes and oh my God. And, and it was liberals that was championing free speech. And then when you do political satire, it was the liberals that would come out to watch, especially like Second City in Chicago. The majority of people that do Second City are fucking liberal. They're hardcore liberals, man, and they do political satire. They try to rip on everything, but it leans a little left. And usually you go to those crowds, a lot of people that like political satire like to watch those shows, and they typically lean left. And now that's not the case anymore. So it's kind of like sad. So it's like I have to have a regular version of some of these jokes, which I could play to any crowd, mostly conservatives, or liberals that live in areas that are also got a big significant portion of conservatives. I feel that when you're in areas that have too many of one thing, too many conservatives, it gets weird. People start getting weird. People start like worrying about how they are perceived to other people. That echo chamber bullshit. But like when you're in areas like San Diego where it's a good mixture, liberals are able to relax. They can actually laugh. You can do a racist joke on stage, and everyone kind of knows you're not being racist. You're just trying to make us fucking laugh, right? But it is funny. So thank you for that question, Tracy, because I think that that really got me to get into it. What are you guys talking about, man? Sometimes I don't even think you guys are listening to me, man. Y'all fucking stupid. Let me see here. All right, we're going to get some Korean barbecue later with a bunch of Yemenis, man. I'm eating a lot of Yemenis these days, bro. It's pretty good, man. One thing I noticed about Yemenis, we're fucking handsome. Even our women are handsome. Our women are handsome, man, Let's watch another fucking video real quick. T.I. is doing stand-up comedy now. And Seems like everyone thinks they can just do stand-up. And I wish him luck. And I think it's cool. I hope he figures it out, because anybody that can come in and make even more funny, I'm down for. I don't care who it is. I'm not gonna hate on a person. I want people to succeed. I saw a set one time at the Comedy Store and it wasn't that good. He just did a lot of bragging about how he's a superstar. I'm a superstar, baby. And then he keeps using his T.I. voice, his sexy T.I. voice, and it's just like, all right, bro. If you want to do comedy, you gotta find your comedy voice, and that T.I. voice is not your comedy voice. And in the spirit of people heckling and jumping on stage and fucking with comedians, now that T.I. is out in these streets doing stand-up at mics or whatever, here's a video of him going off because some other comic did a joke about his sexual assault allegation with his wife. But the only reason that comic, from what I read, roasted T.I. was because T.I. was interrupting their set. And then I stumbled across this video.
Fucking evidence, because there was no fucking crime. There is nothing to charge me for. Or no, shut the fuck up for a second. Hey, listen, no. Because many times you joke on that shit, nigga, I'm gonna check your motherfucking ass as long as it takes. Nigga, when you stop talking about it, when you stop playing with me and mine, I'ma stop saying something. Nigga, ain't no motherfucking case, ain't never been no motherfucking case, cause I ain't did nothing wrong, and my wife ain't did nothing wrong. And if you keep on playing with me, nigga, I'm gonna motherfucking continue to confront you publicly, verbally.
Can you just hear? You can hear a beat.
First of all, happy award day.
All he needs is a beat.
We've never had a forum on crime. T.I.'s innocent. I truly believe it. Get it up for him. There is no charge.
I don't want to hear none of that shit. Don't play with me about that.
I haven't put his
Hey. Don't play with me about that.
I'm not. The one thing I am is a comedian. I'm not playing with you. See, now you're getting misunderstood. This is not a rap battle. This is not that. This is a motherfucking comedy show.
I mean, listen, I'm all for T.I. having fucking the ability to go out there and try to stand up, man. But welcome to the club, man. Just get ready, bro. The heckles are coming. The heckles are coming. I wish I could get Saad on the show right now to make a quick phone call, but he's having lunch. But last night, man, we had this fucking asshole just... Is Bolte really saying, who is this guy? You live under a fucking rock, bro. That is T.I., the rapper, T.I. Motivation. Yeah. I don't know if he's the riding. Did he? The Catch Me Riding Dirty. No, that's not T.I. No. T.I. is a rapper. You can look up some of his songs. You know his songs, Bolte. If you ever hear his songs, trust me, you know. He was one of those guys that kind of came out when Nelly was popping off in the early 2000s. He is the rubber band man. Yep. I think that's another term he has. I don't know. But anyways. So, yeah. And just really quick on the Ukraine thing that I was going off on. Do you guys agree that people supporting Ukraine is a very easy thing to do, and that's why many people do it? In the spirit of other things that I've said in the past, right? You know, one thing that I try to harp on is that people, they only want to do what's cool, man. That's the only thing, right? If it's cool to support a cause, people are all into it. If it's not cool or that cool, or you get that many brownie points, or people know about it, why even? Ugh, it's kind of gross, man, because I don't know about you, but that's one thing that I notice, you know, is that like in this country, if white people are getting attacked Yo, man. That's numero uno on the news. You know, it's very easy to get behind that shit, right? If you think back to when Clinton was president, I'll give you a little history here. We went into Bosnia, the whole Kosovo incident. And so we went there because there was a genocide happening where these Muslims were being ethnically cleansed. And Clinton intervened. Now, if you know politics, you'll know that there was a lot of Muslim issues that were directly affected by our tax dollars that we don't intervene in, namely places like Palestine, you know, Iraq, you fucking name it. Yet, it was convenient for Clinton to help the Muslims there because they're Caucasian. You see? So what Clinton got out of helping those people was, one, he got the Muslim world to be like, see, I like Muslims. He got white America to be like, yeah, man, we got to help those white people. And then he also got everybody to stop paying attention to the fact that he got a blowjob in the Oval Office. Pretty crafty. That's politics 101 right there. You know? But in this country, white is right, man. I hate to say it, but it's fucking true. You know? And I don't think white people should be victimized because of it, right? We shouldn't be like making average, everyday white people's lives fucking terrible because of these other fucking white people. But there is this narrative that, yo, man, we can get behind what is white because that's easy and it's right? But if the same people are going through the same problem in a place like Palestine or Yemen, I mean, fucking gives a shit. And also, I think it's because the women in Ukraine are fucking hot. And what you guys don't know is, and I think this is where the problem with Yemen is, Yemeni women are so hot. Guys, I don't think you realize how fucking hot Yemeni women are, bro. They're so hot, man. Fuck. If all you motherfuckers knew just how fucking hot Yemeni women really are, maybe you would care more. Problem is, we cover our bitches up, man. You can't see them. Because they hot, bro. You have no idea what is under those burqas and those hijabs and those niqabs and... You have no idea. And I think that's the problem. So I'm calling on all my Middle Eastern people, all throughout the Middle East. Let's unleash those titties. Let's get some more Yemeni girls on TikTok twerking those booties, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop shaming these women. We gotta let the world know, man. We got some badass bitches in Yemen. Why you blowing us up, bro? I think I'm onto something. I really do. I've never been to Pornhub and searched for Yemeni porn. I don't know. I don't know why. Like, I don't want to watch Yemenis fucking. I just feel like I'm like intruding on family members. You know? Say, oh no, oh fuck, oh shit, I should get out of here. I can't. So I don't know if there's Yemeni porn out there. If it is, I can only imagine it's like one guy and 6 wives. And the whole time he's like trying to fuck them. He's like telling his kids to shut up in the other room. Hey, shut the fuck up! I cannot come! I'm trying to make another brother! This is fucking stupid. But seriously though, man. Bro. Palestinian women? Oh. My God, you guys don't even know how hot Palestinian women are, bro. But they ain't flexing it like that. Some of them are, but not enough, man. I don't know if these beautiful Palestinian women are sitting there like showing off their titties, man. You know, they're beautiful, like bro, Palestinian women, man. The beautiful thing about Palestinian women is there was a lot of rape happening in that area over a millennia, man. It's just a fact. So Palestinians don't have one look. Some of them look white, Scandinavian, like blonde hair, blue eyes. Some of them look like me. Some of them almost look black. They run the gamut. There's some beautiful fucking... Bro, I'm telling you, man. The Middle East needs to start unleashing these fucking titties, bro. If there was all kinds of fucking like Yemeni girls just fucking showing it off, man, like these Ukrainian girls are, come on, man. If the world knew how hot Yemeni women were, imagine that, bro. So yeah, no, I think it's Arabs' fault. That's what. I'm going to blame the Yemenis. I'm going to blame my fucking people for hindering our women, man. Why can't more Arab women just be sluts? What's wrong with that? Why is it that, like, if an Arab man meets a woman who's a slut, who's not an Arab, he's like, that's cool. But if you're an Arab, it's like, why are you enjoying yourself? Oh, you just out here coming? Huh? You whore! Why are you enjoying yourself while I am enjoying myself? Huh? No, you cannot. You have to stay home, bitch. So yeah, I don't know. Anybody want to call in and tell me I'm fucking wrong? Because I'm not. Like, what do you think about my idea? Fucking Robbie says, nah, G, you going too far. You see, this is the fucking problem with Arabs, bro. I got the one fucking Arab that's listening right now, and he's derailing this entire idea that's going to bring peace to the Middle East. No. Fuck no, bro. You're going too far, bro. I'd rather my people get obliterated with fucking bombs than watch my sister twerk on TikTok. Come on, man. You got to get with the program, man. The world is changing, and we need to fucking strap in, man, and get with the times. You know? Virgins are out. Hoes are in. And hoes are cleaning up, bro. Hoes are upgrading their game. Hoes used to just be hoes. Now they're entrepreneurs. They make omelets, parfaits. Hoes are bringing it, man. These good girls need to fucking step it up, man. And the men in these cultures, in these Middle Eastern cultures, especially people like Robbie, need to fucking loosen up, bruh. You know what I mean? Let's free our women. And that will free ourselves. Fuck, man, I should write a book. Imagine if you have to lower your standards for other people to care about you. Okay, first off, buddy, what the fuck are standards? Whose standards? Who sets these standards? Do you see where I'm getting at? What the fuck are standards? The standards of what? Men? The standards of what? Ancient, archaic cultures? The standards of what, bro? That's to me where I'm like lost. I used to have that mindset where I was just like, oh no, man, there's certain standards. There are no standards. There's no such thing. Okay? There's standards when it comes to like harming people, right? There's definitely a standard in terms of you don't fucking kill people. But there's no standard that says that a woman can't throw her clit around. You see what I'm saying? I don't understand this argument, and I don't think it holds enough water. That argument is, to me, an old, archaic argument that is programmed into us at a young age to just spew out, to shut down the conversation and not think too deeply about it, which is something that we need to do. But we don't do that because we have off-the-cuff throwaway lines that we all say, you know, like, oh, you're letting the devil speak for you. That's the devil. The devil. The devil's got you thinking like that. Really? Standards. I don't think so, man. I think the standards that we have for females in this world in general is fucking trash. You know, like to me, when I think of standards, like in the terms of like how, but see, Robbie, no, man, I think what you're saying is that, you know, I think you think exactly like I used to think, where you had this old Middle Eastern mindset where it was like, oh no, a woman can't be like this. A woman can't be like that. And then we put our own taste in women, or what we think a woman should be, that would be acceptable for us, or so to speak, acceptable for us to bring back to the family. And then we say that all society should follow that standard. Like in Arab culture, the standard is the woman stays a virgin until she gets married, right? And then the standard is also a man can slang his dick any way he pleases and then get married. So to me, it's like when you say, oh, it's no, what's the standard? Why is there a fucking standard? I think it's just your standard. And I think that's like a mindset that we need to try to get out of, man, because I hate this idea of like, oh, it's not the standard. You know, oh, you're not, that's like, to me, that's echo chamber mindset, you know? Because to me, I find it funny how even I was this way, where I know I'm a freak. I loved it when I would meet a girl that was just like a freak like me. But I would force myself to put her in a category of, I can't date you for real, because in my mindset, you don't fit the standard of what a wife should be. And then I'm going to fall into the trap that some other people do, where they meet the freak that they should have married, but they can't because she doesn't follow that standard. Then instead, they go marry the one that's supposed to fit the standard of a wife, and then they wonder why they are not getting their dick sucked enough. Duh! She don't want to. I mean, you had the fucking deep throat bisexual, I want to have threesomes with girls we meet at the fucking dive bar. You had her. And she read books. Plays the violin. Good communicator. Can't take her back to mom. She doesn't fit the standard, bro. So, I don't know. You can be whatever you want to be, but every action has consequences. Sure. Everything has consequences. Everything does. But, like, what are those consequences? Like, to me, when it comes to, like, a woman you know, just enjoying herself out there. I'm like surprised in 2022 we're still are having this fucking discussion and how weird it is, you know? And even like women in general, aside from religion and culture, women in general, like, they feel the need to have to, like, be ashamed of just coming. Like, okay, at Little Rock, Arkansas, after one of the shows, we were selling merch and the people were leaving, and a couple came by, a woman and a dude, and the dude like, hey man, you were great, dude. I was like, thank you. He's like, you were awesome. He took a card. He said, I'll follow you. I'm like, awesome. And he was with an attractive woman, and they walked out. And then they came back like 5 minutes later because the dude had to use the bathroom before they left, and all of a sudden, she's waiting outside. So we start talking with her. And she felt compelled to have to talk about how this guy's too young for her. And I'm like, that's great. You know? How old are you? She's like, oh, I'm mid-30s. He's like 28. And I'm like, dude, that's like I'm like cheering her on. I'm like, dude, she goes, oh, I feel like I'm robbing the cradle. I'm too old for this. I'm like, why are you saying all these negative things? And why do you feel compelled that you have to validate yourself to us? It's like she felt guilty about doing the thing that men do all the time. Find someone young and fun and have fun. So to me, I was all like, yo, sister, fuck yeah. And listen, she was cute too, so if she wasn't with this guy, I would have hit on her. And she didn't even look like... See, I had to make her feel good about herself because... And it was just being honest. And I told her, I was like, here you are telling us how you feel ashamed of this woman, ashamed about being with this young guy. And I told her, I was like, if you never told us, we never even thought that you two were different ages. And she felt good about that. She was like, oh, well, thank you. I'm like, yeah, I'm serious. But to me, it was really funny, like to see her have to sort of virtue signal. So that she would, and to me, it's like, man, can we just finally get to a point where women are like, yo, I'm going to bust a nut tonight. Bye. I found this guy 10 years younger than me. I'm going to ride the fuck out of his cock. Come on, ladies. That's what I'm waiting for. And that's where I think the Middle East needs to go. For real, though. You know? Serious. If more and more people knew how hot the women are in the Middle East, like really, really knew, I think it'd be a different fucking story. Well, damn. This podcast went a lot longer than I thought. Let me go back on Robbie. I didn't mean to leave you hanging, buddy. I'm going to go over, because we were talking about, he goes, the standards of society itself. Nothing to do with religion, he says. He goes, you can be whatever you want to be, but every action has consequences. He goes, look up the psychology behind females that have been sleeping with multiple people. You become insensitive and detached. And yeah, I think that goes not just with women. I think that goes with men too. I think it's a balance. Everything is a balance, bro. I think that has nothing to do with just women. I think men operate that way too, man. You know? For example, I'm just had to have a discussion with somebody where I told them, I need to stop dating because I feel that I'm so used to dating casually because I've been forcing myself to do it for a while that I've kind of like fell into the groove of it. and that I could probably use a reset where I don't date for a while so that I can like reset my nervous system to actually accept being back into this monogamous thing. So yeah, I think sleeping with multiple people in general can make you detached. The insensitive part, yeah, I could see that too, because like sometimes you have to sort of not, especially with women have to sort of train themselves to just get over their emotions, which is kind of hard for a lot of them to hook up casually. And I think, yeah, I think if you keep doing that after a while as you get older, yeah, you could train yourself to be less sensitive to the engagement that you have with other people. But that also comes with age, you know? It's not about being insensitive. It's more about like, you know, when you do something the first time, it feels amazing, right? And then it's just not the same as you go through the reps again. Yeah, see, and here's another thing. So I disagree with this. So then Jason comes back to Robbie and says the other side to that is if you force them to not be themselves, that ushers in other psychological issues, and I agree with that too, motherfucker. Yes, I agree. I feel that you do get like some type of psychological issues and repercussions when you don't operate in a way that is pleasing to your brain, you know. And if somebody is forced to bottle it up, so to speak, sooner or later that cork is going to pop. And when it pops, it kind of gets out of control. You kind of go on like a binge, you know. Some people who binge drink are kind of like that, you know. Technically, Tracy, no more serial monogamy. Dating these days is wild. Yeah. I mean, I'm not doing serial monogamy anymore. Robbie says, that's fine, but don't expect a high-value man to make you a wife. And Tracy fucking laughed her ass off at that. Both men and women, for sure. Tracy says, high-value man, in quotes. Oh, sweetie, you need another glass of water. 3:03 p.m. Red pill? What is 3:03? Oh, that was the time. You know, with that red pill. I mean, you know, I mean, I'm going to harp on Robbie's comment that says, that's fine, but don't expect a high-value man to make you a wife. There is some truth to that, and there's also some type of reprogramming that needs to come with that type of mindset, as far as I'm concerned. So, like, for example, don't expect a high-value man to make you a wife. So, the idea of high value, what the fuck is high value? Again, it's subjective. What is high value? What do people value? Everyone values different things. Some people value humor. Some people value money. Some people value someone who wants to have a family life. There's different things that you put value. What's high value, man? High value money? A guy who makes a lot of money? I know what you're saying. You're saying high, like someone who's not gutter, right? I get that. But at the same time, there's a lot of loaded bullshit in that. But there's also some truth. So here's what I think Robbie is also trying to say. There seems to be this economy in sex that is slanted for men and slanted in the other direction for women. So, for example, a man who can get a lot of women, who can bed a lot of women, is considered a guy would be, we'll say, high value, so to speak, right? Men don't have to suffer the same bullshit that women have to when it comes to sex. If I can pull multiple women, that gives me higher value. Because why? Because the economy is slanted against us. So there's less supply for a man. So supply and demand. There's less supply of females that are willing to have sex at the drop of a hat, right? Whereas the opposite for women, the economy for women is the opposite. The supply of men that are willing to fuck her at the drop of a hat. If she goes, you, fuck me now. The supply of men that are willing to fuck her right off the bat is so fucking astronomically high. So there's like this psychological like thing that humans have when it comes to the economy of supply and demand. I don't know what it is. I mean, that's what drives money. That's what drives the stock market. It's all about how we interface and value things. So the supply and demand of sex when it comes to men and women are slanted. For men, the supply is very low. So if a man can get many women, whoa, he's skilled. That's how our brains work. We look at that like, wow, look at him go. But he's bald. He's not rich, but he's still able to, what kind of game does he have? Because the supply of women that are willing is a lot smaller than the supply of men that are willing to just have sex, right? Now we look at it on the woman's side. On the woman's side, every man knows any woman can get any man at almost any time. So the whole supply-demand narrative in our fucking primitive primate brains go, well, if a woman's out there just slanging her pussy around, what? That's easy. That's easy. What's hard is finding a woman with restraint. You see how our fucking brains work? It's so fucking weird. And I think that's where it comes off with Robbie when he's saying, that's fine, but don't expect a high-value man to make you a wife. There is something to that. As much as I disagree with that statement, there's something, and it seems biological, or it's learned. I'd like to get an expert to talk about that, where men, not many men are secure with being with a woman who approaches sex like it's a handshake. I think most men will feel much more secure if they're with the woman. This is obviously not all men. You know, some men are cuckolds. They like to get cuckolded, like they like to watch other men fuck their wife. There's a varying degrees, but I would say generally, men feel insecure about having a woman who's had so many sexual partners before him. Because I think for men that want monogamous relationships, in their mind is, how can she be happy with just one dude for the rest of her life now? Sooner or later, she's going to want to go back to that, right? So I think that's what's happening. It's like this supply-demand psychology thing that we have in our brains. You know, it's how we put value on stuff, right? If there's so much supply and very low demand, the price goes down. The supply is low, the demand is high, the price goes up. And I think that's the psychology of sex with men and women, and I don't think it's fair. And I try to train myself out of it, you know? Because out of all the women that I've been with, There is one woman that I was with who was a freak like me, but she was very promiscuous. And I mean very. Like, to the point where it was like, I just didn't feel comfortable. Part of me now looks back and goes, man, I wish I could have like made that work because we had something, you know? But her level of being promiscuous was so high that I was like, there's no way you could settle down. And now I'm kicking myself in the ass because she settled down. It seems like she's settling down because we're still friends, and she settled down really well. But she did say that she had a sobering effect seeing how off-put I was with how promiscuous she was. So I don't know. To me, it's like there's something there with what Robbie says, but there's also something there that I think we can train ourselves out of. And that's just me, you know? Because I'm training myself out of it. Now, would I ever, if I could go back, still take that ex-girlfriend and be like, let's have a relationship? Possibly. But I don't think I was wrong because at the same time, we all have preferences, right? And it's about finding that balance. So to me, I'm done with this idea of like men are this way, women are that way. There are things, but I'm on the tip of like constantly perfecting myself to break myself out of those societal norms that have been like put in my head, you know? I'm trying to go deep, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? So what did you guys talk about after Balti, high value is higher than standard, obviously. Jason Bacon, I've never been married but felt divorced. Tracy, marriage is socially acceptable prostitution. Shit. Dating is prostitution. Marriage is servitude. Dating is like prostitution. You know? If you really think about it. You know? Especially for like the man gotta like pay out this money in the hopes that she's like, yeah, you can have it. You know? Or you can get like a hooker for $300 and it's over. But then I don't like that because I didn't do anything. I didn't do that. My money did it. Ugh. This simulation sucks. Tracy, if women stop getting married, stop accepting proposals, just stopped, what would happen? Ugh, very good question. You know? I don't know. That's a very good question. I can't even break that down. Robbie, Mike, would you consider your father a high-value man? I don't mean to bring in your family. No, he was a piece of shit. He would be considered a high-value man on paper, right? From the outside. Muslim, you know, whatever. He's doing the whole paint by the numbers thing so that people on the outside are like, yo, that guy's doing it right. Kind of like when you go to someone's Instagram page, you're like, this guy's life is amazing. Meanwhile, they're crying in the shower. So he would be a high-value man on paper, but he wasn't in practice. What would us guys do if y'all stopped proposing? I would celebrate that. Listen, man. I think men and women are definitely different. Marriage is weird. I can see how some women love it. I can see how some men love it. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think the idea of marriage really changes much. There's people out there that want to be in monogamous relationships, and there's people out there that want to be not in monogamous relationships, and There's people that want to be in poly relationships and still feel married and have someone there that they're bonded with. And, you know, for me, I don't care. I don't think I need a document to say that I love you. If you're having multiple sexual partners at one time, what makes me different me? I have no value to you. People buy Lamborghinis because it's expensive and it's hard to get. People don't buy Lamborghinis because it's expensive. And people don't get Lamborghinis necessarily because it's hard to get. People get Lamborghinis because it's a good, beautiful, exotic looking car that is in a very low supply. Back to that supply and demand, bro. You know, you say they're hard to get, right? Because the supply is purposefully kept low. What happens when you fucking make the supply low? The demand is high. The supply can't meet the demand. Therefore, the price is millions of dollars. The hundreds and thousands of dollars. That's the point that I'm trying to make to you in terms of the economy of sex, of how we view women. The supply of dick is higher than the demand for it from a woman's perspective, from everyone, right? So a woman that throws her pussy around is looked at as, ugh, that's easy, that's hack, right? A guy, supply of fucking pussy, very low compared to the supply of dick for a woman. Pussy for men, very low. Demand, extremely high. So therefore, the value of getting a girl for a man is, oh my God, how precious, I got this. And I think that's really where a lot of this fucking bullshit about women and sex comes from, as far as I'm concerned, you know? Listen, I got to end this podcast. This thing went a lot longer than I expected, but I'm just going to say this. Yemeni women, Palestinian women, learn from Ukrainian women. Get on OnlyFans and start shaking those booties, man. Let the world know that you're hot so that we can finally convince the world to stop bombing my beautiful Arab women. All right, guys. You guys were fucking fun. Before we leave, let's watch this one video of Will Smith on that show with his wife, telling a sad ass story about how he tried to throw her a birthday party and he went out of his way, and then she shut him down and said, you did too much. And it just, when you watch this video, Will Smith looks a little unhinged, man. And what I see, and I could be wrong, man, but what I see is a fucking dude who is castrated. Like my old friend Larry said, don't ever let a woman change you. Because once a woman changes you, she's going to leave you for a guy who's like you now. Wise words. Because no woman knows how to make a man. So when you would let a woman change who you are and manipulate your fucking assets. This goes for women too. But I'm talking from men. I mean, there's fucking men out there that manipulate women too. Don't get me fucking wrong. Gaslighting is not specific to gender. But watch this, man. Because when I watch this video, it's very telling of why he slapped Chris Rock. It's because he doesn't have solid footing in his life, man. It just seems like his wife has got like a grip on him, this shame grip or whatever. And it's pretty sad. Just watch this and tell me that this doesn't make you like realize why he fucking slapped Chris.
Tonight, police
Nope,
body
that's not
camera
it.
video reveals a shocking new angle
No.
of a hotel brawl in Florida.
That's not it. Sorry, guys. Do I have it here? Here it is.
The day after her 37th birthday, I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I had hired a documentary team, midlife crisis, and she 37th birthday.
Look at how unhinged he looks, man.
I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I had hired a documentary team. I traced mommy's family roots. Her 40th birthday was going to be my thing.
It was going to be a splash.
It was going to be a splash. Mary J. Blige performed. I debuted the film, all of that. It was going to be the thing that lifted her out of this midlife crisis, and it was going to be my deepest, most beautiful proclamation of love. And she's told me that the party was the most ridiculous display of my ego.
Ooh.
Crushed. Right? And to this day, I know I was crushed because it was true.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, bro. Whew, that was hard to watch, man. That was hard to fucking watch. When I see that there, man, I'm just like, dude, fucking went out of your way to throw a party, and your wife is just like, this is your ego. Maybe it was, but goddamn, bro. Now I know why he fucking hit Chris, bro. Because he can't hit her. This world's going crazy, bro. Before I leave, what's the last thing y'all motherfuckers said? Man, you guys are getting really, really, really into it in the... Man, that's why I need to get some more of y'all motherfuckers to show up on the live podcast and the y'alls that are listening get in on this conversation. Tour date rundown. Where are you on stage and when? Oh, yeah. So, well, this weekend, Friday, I'm at Laugh Factory Long Beach. And then I'm at another show at Century City. And I got some other dates coming up. You can find them on MikeFromDetroit.com. I do got to book some more shows, but I got to get on my booking game. Anyways, guys, this podcast went long. I got to get to the gym. Work on my sexy. All right, guys. Love you. You guys are awesome. Thank you for showing up every week. I will show up every week. And hopefully next week I'll get like a really good guest on. All right, guys. Peace out.
Public Yemeni #1.